Police arrest 61 Lagos returnees for quarantine in Zamfara State. NCDC pledges commitment to collaborate with state government to fight COVID-19. It has been observed that COVID-19 has no link to 5G. On business, Bua gives succor to Edo host communities. And on the international scene, Seoul plays down report on North Korea leaders' health. Welcome to Standard Voice Television News. My name is Samira Ibrahim. Now the news in full. 61 passengers of an articulated vehicle traveling from Lagos to Zamfara State have been arrested by policemen from the Zamfara State Police Command and have been quarantined. The State Police Commissioner Usman Nagogo said this while briefing journalists in Daki Takos on Monday. CP Nagogo said the passengers were returning from Lagos in an articulated vehicle when they were apprehended by his men at the Daki Takos boundary and handed them over to health workers. He explained that the passengers will be kept into isolation before being allowed to proceed to their respective communities. The CP said they decided to keep them in isolation because they all came from Lagos, where the COVID-19 pandemic is being recorded on a daily basis so as to know their health status. The police command in Zamfara says it is in pursuit of some foreign nationals allegedly involved in illegal mining in the state. The State Police Command Public Relations Officer Shehu Muhammad disclosed this in a statement made available to the News Agency of Nigeria NAN on Monday in Gusau. This followed a raid of the mining site in Bukoyi local government area of the state. CP Muhammad said the raid, which was led by the State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Usman Nagogo, led to the recovery of some mining tools allegedly used in the illegal activities. The mining site were raided following an intelligence report that illegal miners were still operating at the site, despite several warnings by the police. Two laborers, Hamisu Umar and Dahir Muhammad, were arrested at the site, while others escaped into the forest. One of the suspects, Hamisu Umar, confirmed the presence of foreign nationals, including Chinese, Koreans, and Burkinabes, working in collaboration with Nigerians, but they were not met during the raid. However, the suspects were assisting the police with vital information that could lead to the arrest of their leaders. The PPRO said that a combined team of police mobile and counter-terrorism unit have been deployed to take over the site to forestall further illegal mining activities. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control (NCDC) has reiterated its commitment in collaborating efforts with the state government across the nation in fighting the global pandemic COVID-19. The Director General of the Center, Dr. Chukwu Ehekwezu, stated this when he paid Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje a working visit at Government House Kano. Dr. Chukwu Ehekwezu said NCDC was working assiduously in ensuring that the challenge of COVID-19 virus was curtailed nationwide. He maintained that they were in Kano to assess the actual situation on ground on the COVID-19 virus in Kano and measures embarked by the state government to address the issue. The Director General explained that the rate at which the virus was in the increase in some states in the country was very alarming. Hence, collective effort needed to be put in place in ensuring that the pandemic was addressed. Dr. Chukwu Ehekwezu expressed the level of preparedness by the state government, especially provision of well-equipped isolation centers and laboratories in the state. He added that NCDC will design modalities of supporting Kano State to overcome the spread of the virus in the state. In a remark, Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje said his administration had provided 3 modern isolation centers equipped with latest technology of isolation centers. He said government had made arrangements of keeping those who are awaiting the result of their samples in a hotel before the result of their test arrived, saying that if the result proved negative, they would allow them to go back to their homes, while if it was found positive, government will move them to isolation centers. Alhaji Abdullahi Umar Ganduje solicited the support of the NCDC in providing additional testing centers in the state aimed at addressing the challenge. He noted that Kano state government needed interface with officials of the NCDC so that the COVID-19 virus will be tackled. The Chief of Staff to Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, Muhammad Sani Dattijo, has said the governor is not in the intensive care unit as speculated on the social media. Malam Dattijo, in a tweet on Monday, said El-Rufai was working from the isolation center. He posted a photo of himself and Nasir El-Rufai live chatting with the caption, Malam Nasir El-Rufai alive and well, working from isolation center. The Kano State Police Command has confirmed the arrest of 15 suspects for allegedly violating the lockdown order of the state government. DSP Abdullahi Haruna, the Police Public Relations Officer, PPRO, made the disclosure in an interview with the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, on Tuesday in Kano. NAN reports that Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje had on April 14th ordered the total lockdown of the state for the initial 7 days, aimed at stemming the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic. DSP Haruna disclosed that the suspects were arrested for allegedly leading Jumu'at prayer congregation in violation of the social distancing and lockdown order. He said the suspects were arrested at Kano Municipal, Garko, Gwale, Karaya and Taroni local government areas of the state. The spokesman said the suspects committed the offense on April 17 at about 1:30 p.m., adding that they were apprehended by members of the Kano State Hisbah Board and some residents of the Kano State who transferred the case to the police. He said the suspects were arrested for defying the lockdown order by leading Friday congregational prayer in the state, adding that the suspect will be charged to court. DSP Haruna said the command had deployed personnel to enforce compliance with the lockdown, warning that defaulters will be prosecuted. Police patrol vehicles and operatives have been deployed to the street of Kano to enforce compliance with lockdown order. While expressing satisfaction over the level of compliance, DSP Haruna reiterated the commitment of the command to enforce compliance with the lockdown, protect lives and properties in the state. Airports will not reopen for commercial flights on Thursday, Aviation Minister Hadi Sirika confirmed on Monday. Minister Hadi Sirika announced the extension of airport closure by 2 weeks. The airports, which were initially shut as part of efforts to control the spread of COVID-19 coronavirus, were projected to reopen on April 23rd. On March 23rd, the federal government announced the closure of the Murtala Muhammad International Airport, Lagos and Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport for 1 month in the first instance as part of measures to combat the coronavirus scourge. The minister explained that the new projected date of opening of airport operations is consequent upon the 2 weeks extension of the lockdown by President Muhammadu Buhari. The extension was contained in a statement issued in Abuja on Monday by the Director of Public Affairs in the Aviation Ministry, James Odaudu. As a result of the extension on lockdown by President Muhammadu Buhari, it is no longer possible for the government to open the airspace and airports for normal operations by the 23rd April 2020. The minister also explained that the new projected date of reopening will be subject to review. He, however, appealed to air travelers and all stakeholders in the aviation industry to see the extension and the other measures taken by the government as necessary sacrifices to safeguard the health and well-being of Nigerians. Nigerian Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers has debunked any link between the 5th generation 5G technology and the ravaging coronavirus pandemic. According to the group, while the spread of COVID-19 was a threat to life and global economy, the 5G technology had potential to accelerate global industrial and environmental advancement without health implications. NIS National Chairman Kings Adeyemi said the 5G mobile network had the potential to digitally transform industries such as healthcare, energy, finance services, transportation, entertainment, manufacturing, and so on. The Local Government Council, Katsina State, said it had received 2 trunks loaded of 50 kilogram bags of rice donated by Governor Aminu Bello Masari of Katsina State. The 2 trunks contain 1,200 bags of rice commodity. The chairman of the council, Alhaji Hussein Rafin Dadi, said this during an interactive session with the news agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Daura on Tuesday. According to Rafin Dadi, the gesture is a means of identifying with vulnerable people and giving them support amid the lockdown imposed on the local government to contain the spread of the coronavirus. The chairman said that less privileged people living with disabilities, as well as persons who depended on daily income, will be given prime attention. In his remarks, Nasir Yahya, the member representing Daura constituency in the State House of Assembly, expressed appreciation to the governor for providing for the people at such challenging period. He urged the people in the area to be patient and to remain law-abiding citizens. We'll be right back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned.
What is the novel coronavirus? When viewed under a microscope, coronaviruses can be seen to have a fringe, giving the appearance of a crown or a solar corona. The 2019 novel coronavirus can cause pneumonia in those who are infected, beginning with an elevated body temperature, fatigue, and dry coughing. This may lead to difficulty breathing and in some cases death. Currently, there is no effective cure for this. Compared to more familiar flu viruses, the novel coronavirus has a notably long period of incubation. It can take up to 2 weeks before a patient shows signs of infection. The coronavirus is typically spread through droplets of saliva in the air from sneezing and coughing, especially when an infected individual is in close proximity to others. In light of this, it's important to keep others at a distance and avoid crowded places to prevent infection. How can I prevent infection outside? When traveling distances, prioritize walking, bicycling, motorcycling, or taking your personal car. When taking public transportation, be sure to wear a mask. When in the workplace, keep a distance of 1.5 meters from anybody you must speak with. Avoid any meetings or gatherings in small, confined spaces. When eating at the same time as others, remember to keep your distance. Don't talk while eating. When shopping at places like supermarkets and shopping malls, try to go when less people are likely to be out. Try to avoid getting close to others. There will be more time for closeness in the future. What should I do if I'm showing signs of infection? If you're showing possible symptoms, such as coughing or elevated body temperature, don't panic. Let's compare pneumonia brought about by the novel coronavirus to a cold and a flu. A cold is often caught in cold weather or as a result of exhaustion. Common cold symptoms include a stuffy nose, a runny nose, and sneezing. Full body symptoms are usually minor. A typical flu is caused by a common flu virus and can lead to respiratory tract infection. In addition to upper respiratory tract issues, those infected can also develop pneumonia. A flu is often accompanied by an elevated body temperature, headaches, muscle fatigue, and a loss of appetite. For those infected by the novel coronavirus, light symptoms will include elevated body temperature, coughing, and cold flashes, while the strongest symptom is having difficulty breathing, sometimes causing death. If your temperature exceeds 38 degrees and is accompanied by coughing or other symptoms, it's extremely important you get to a hospital to be checked to ensure that you are not infected and that you don't infect others. how can I prevent infection at home? First, you should limit how often you go outside and stay away from any crowded places. If you must go out, you should wear a face mask to help you prevent breathing in any particles containing the virus. Upon returning home, the first thing you should do is wash your hands. Wash with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. Also, keep your home clean. Open windows and disinfect surfaces at a fixed time. Your immune system is vital. Be sure to get enough sleep, eat healthy, and exercise. These things will boost your immune system and help you if you should need to fight off the virus.
Welcome back on Business. Over to Aguirita.
Good day. Welcome to Standard Voice Business Updates. African leading cement giant Bua Cement has donated relief materials worth millions of naira to its host communities in Edo State in support of COVID-19 pandemic. The relief materials to its host community in Edo included 350 bags of rice and 2,500 face masks, whereas the company also promised to deliver hand sanitizer in coming days. These items were donated to Akbala, Akbokbe, Ibi, and Elele communities. Managing Director and CEO Bua Cement PLC, Yusuf Benji, said relief material could help reduce the spread of the virus and also provide a much-needed supply of staple items during the period. He said, as a responsible organization, we understand the plight of the host communities and we know that some of them have been at home and must have run out of foodstuffs. The Managing Director hoped that donations will go a long way to ameliorate the negative effects of the lockdown. Presenting the Bua Cement CEO at the handover, Richard Gigado, a general manager at the company's Bua Cement plant, Abu Okbele, stated that the donations was aimed at complementing the effort of the government to ameliorate the negative effects of the lockdown. Taking delivery of the item, Okbele Committee Leader, High Chief Tunde Aje, thanked the chairman, CEO, and management of Bua Cement PLC for the donation and assured that the relief materials will be equitably distributed among the residents. And that's all on Standard Voice Business Updates. I'm Aguirita.
And on the international scene, South Korea played down a report Tuesday that the North leader Kim Jong-un was being treated after surgery, as speculation mounted over his absence from a key anniversary. Pyongyang marked the birthday of its late founder, Kim's grandfather Kim Il-sung, on April 15th, by far the most important date in its annual political calendar, but Kim was not seen in attendance. Daily NK, an online media outlet run mostly by North Korea defectors, said Kim had undergone a cardiovascular procedure earlier this month and was recovering at the villa in North Pyongan province. It cited an unidentified source inside the country as saying that excessive smoking, obesity, and fatigue were the direct causes of Kim's urgent cardiovascular treatment. No confirmation of the report was immediately available, but it triggered widespread speculation, with CNN citing a U.S. official saying that Washington was monitoring intelligence that Kim was in grave danger after undergoing surgery. In a statement, a spokesman for the South Presidential Blue House said they have nothing to confirm and no special movement has been detected inside North Korea as of now. The South Yonhap news agency, meanwhile, cited an unnamed government official saying that reports Kim was seriously ill were not true. But there were no explicit denials that Kim who is in his mid-30s, had some kind of procedure. Previous absence from the public eye on Kim's part have prompted speculation about his health. In 2014, he dropped out of sight for nearly 6 weeks before appearing with a cane. Days later, the South Spy Agency said he had undergone surgery to remove a cyst from his ankle. No one knows what's going on inside North Korea, said Marant Williams, who is affiliated with the 38 North research website. Kim Jong-2 had been dead several days before it was announced, and it took everyone by surprise. The North Korean leader had not made a public appearance since presiding over a meeting of the Workers' Party Politburo on April 11th. That has been the news from Standard Voice Television. To end the news, a quick look at the major headlines. Police arrest 61 Lagos returnees for quarantine in Zamfara State. NCDC pledges commitment to collaborate with state governments to fight COVID-19. It has been observed that COVID-19 has no link to 5G. On business, Boa gives Sokso to Edo host communities. And on the international scene, Seoul clears down report on North Korean leader's health. That's the news. On behalf of the production crew, Head of News and Current Affairs, Ibrahim Garbatuna, I'm Samira Ibrahim, wishing you a pleasant week. Keep watching Standard Voice Television.